Do you know what a slut is?
Someone who sleeps with a lot of men
A bad girl.
who we think behave inappropriately, like who wear like really short skirts, who like date a lot of seniors or like date a lot of people in general.
No, I haven't been called a slut directly. The word has never been used, but the implication has been there oftentimes, yeah.
Any girl who's not abiding by the certain kind of being nice, puritanical stereotype and who'd like to engage with, just talk or hang out with a lot of guys or have boyfriends at early ages like 12, 13, snap. You start slut shaming. She's put into a category.
To be perfectly honest, I don't think I can define slut shaming. It is not something I can give words to. Now I understand what it feels like, but I don't think I can give words to it.
When I was in school in class 9, I used to hang out a lot with these senior boys who were in class 12, and it became quite well known, and the teachers also found out about it. And in fact, I was dating one of those guys, one of the class 12 guys. And so one day during a parent teachers meeting, she told my mom that I was hanging out too much with boys, and they were senior boys, and because they were all into Western music, they were part of the band, so there was that other implication that they are not really conforming to what traditional ideas of um, appropriate behavior are.
It happened recently, and unfortunately, it was my mother. And it was an incident where she happened to see my profile picture on Facebook, and I was wearing an off shoulder dress. And she completely flipped and she called me and said that, what is this?
Yes, I am a mother of two daughters. It wasn't slut shaming intentionally, but the taboo and the society and the stigma that a bad girl is not accepted by families, and yes, I did unintentionally.
This one time in school, when a teacher caught me in the middle of recess and said, "You need to start wearing slightly looser suits." She caught me and she said, "Well, you're not a very small girl, so you need to know what you're wearing." And she asked me to wear a slightly looser suit.
Like recently, one of the girls in my batch, she's supposedly the popular girls, like there's a rumor started. She sent like nude pictures to someone, and now like everyone knows about it, and like it's a rumor obviously, and like all the guys are like distributing it among themselves. And even though like this girl, like she posted like a post on Instagram today that it wasn't her and it was just some other girl, that it was extremely wrong for us to think that it was the one, she was the one who did this.
When she told me that, it wasn't as if she was trying to make me a better person, but it was more like, listen, you're attracting attention. It felt more like she was trying to tell me that I'm trying to attract attention of the opposite sex.
She kept insisting that what is it, why do you have to wear such clothes, and are you trying to portray yourself as an easygoing woman with the boys, and do you want to show that you're very comfortable with men approaching you, or do you want to be approachable, was her issue.
Once she was like crying and she was extremely sad because her best friend, her mother came to school, and she asked her friend's section to be changed because she didn't want to hang around with her.
We're just so used to girls being told how to act as opposed to guys. Like, guys are never told that, listen, we'll find guys in school who'll be wearing baggy jeans which are, even below their bum.
When a boy wears like shorts that are really short, they aren't like told off, and like when they are, it's like more of a suggestion than like an offense.
Then a lot of times it wasn't directly said, or we weren't pulled aside or targeted directly, but there are a lot of times when you could feel that the teachers were looking at you differently.
They never said it directly to me, but you often realize from the kind of like, for example, if I go for practice, then they would give me these sly glances like, what is she gonna do now?
It just feels different. It's a different vibe. You kind of catch the vibe when they think that you're not one of the good girls.
In relation to that, I have to say that I am an adopted kid. So for me, and my birth mom gave me up because she was unmarried at that time and she had premarital sex. So for me, when after that incident with the teacher happened, a lot of people told me, and I was talking to a lot of people about this, and they kind of believed that I was going down the same path as my birth mother did.
Also, that she's a single parent. She's raised the kids all by herself. I've been raised by my mother and my aunt, so two women. So that pressure from the society obviously was there all the time. My mother always thought that even if the neck went slightly low, she'd flip that, what are you doing, how you're a girl, you're supposed to be conscious of what you're doing, how you're moving, how can you let your bra strap show up like that.
I did not want my daughters to be, put into that category, that they are bad girls, and, boys should not look at them with that thing in their mind. This family should not think, the society should not think of them as, oh ho, ye to chalu ladki hai types, that kind of a thing.
Like, now I can come to use the term that they thought that I was easy.
She actually experiences like a lot of like flirting and like kind of getting on and like all these like harassing, because like she has an image of that sort of girl.
People, especially boys, just assume that they can do something to me and get away with it because I am that kind of girl who's okay with like anything goes with me.
That's not the girl you'd aspire to be with.
All of my other friends that don't know her, they think it's extremely weird that I'm friends with her.
In a social gathering, the conversation would be she would be treated as the other.
And I'm like, you don't even know her.
The amount of opportunities you actually get to know the other gender is way lesser. And you don't know them, you don't understand them at all.
You're trying to portray yourself as an easygoing woman. You're trying to be bazaru, if I may say. That's the word she used. It really shook me. Like, I didn't know what to say. That coming that from my mother was obviously not something that I'd expected.
Yes, there have been several more incidents where my daughters have been, I have, not slut shamed them, tried to protect them from being slut shamed.
Most of these teachers or people who actually say these things to you don't realize that they're doing it. They say it because it comes to their mind and they feel like they want to say it. It could be because they had a really bad time in their childhood, or at some really warped level they feel that is going to make you a better Indian girl. But they don't realize the kind of impact it's going to have on you. I don't think the teacher who asked me to wear a loose suit realized that it was going to impact my dressing sense forever. Or it'll take me, say now, 10 years to start wearing a suit that actually fits me right.
I sort of, out of annoyance or whatever, I make it a point to wear salwar kameez only when I'm at home.
I never wear a short skirt.
For me, it was just about wearing loose clothes, but for somebody else, it'll be about it'll be about their entire personality. It'll change the way they grow, it'll change the way they behave, and probably prohibit them from doing everything that they could have done just because somebody said that one thing.
The relationship has sort of, it's affected a lot actually, but I try to minimize that conversation as much as I can, because you cannot keep that combat with your mother all the time.
Just the fact that people were telling me that I would go down a path that my birth mom did, it really affected me. It created some doubt in my mind over what my future would be.
The self-doubt hasn't completely gone.
But now it's so hard to distance yourself away from like a particular image you've put yourself up in all those people, so that she can't do anything about her. It's already too late.